Today is a very special day because I bought my first apartment and we are going to be redesigning it. And not only that, we are also renovating it. Let's see how it came out and how much it all cost. The apartment we bought is located in a historic part in Krakow. As we can see, it's very old. An elderly lady used to live here, but sadly she passed away. And her son decided to sell it because he already had another apartment. So, we bought it. And with that, we can mark the beginning of our journey. Here's the current layout. This apartment is 50 square meters and has a balcony, bedroom, hallway, one bathroom, a kitchen, and a salon. We're planning this as a one-person living space, so 50 square meters is ideal for a single person. What's really nice about this layout is that it gets sunlight from both sides, which makes it easy to ventilate the apartment. This is a good starting point, but that doesn't mean it's perfect. In the layout, I want to make one big change. Get rid of this wall with the two doors and combine the kitchen with the living room. That way, we have more open space and more room to play with the design. The second change is obviously getting rid of this old and outdated interior and furniture. For example, there is no sink in the bathroom. I don't know the story behind that, but we will need to add that. Second example, there is no bed. You may think, what do you mean? But I'm not joking, there is no bed in this apartment. This old lady must have been sleeping on the couch. This room is a salon and the other is a dining room, but that's it. So, adding a bed is needed. And third thing, we need to change the kitchen because, my god, this is bad. It's chaotic and really old. Let's visually see the whole layout changes right now. Starting at the entry. We'll get rid of the long and old wall unit and the overhead storage. It makes the hallway cramped and I don't need this much storage anyway. Second change is of course the wall with the doors. Getting rid of this wall solves one big problem. Previously, the kitchen was here and the dining table was there. But now we can place the table in the middle where the wall was and create a nice spot for a TV, sofa and a small coffee table. This already feels much more attractive and practical. Next to it was the old sofa. We will replace it with a closet because we got rid of the one in the hallway and we don't need this sofa anymore. Moving to the kitchen. It will stay in the same spot, but we will give it a much needed refresh. There's also a bathroom window in this wall. We won't need it anymore, but we will replace it with a smaller glass brick window as homage. Now, the bathroom. Like the kitchen, the layout stays the same, but it will get a modern refresh, and we need to add a sink. Moving to the last room. Before, it was kind of a living room, and now we will change it into a proper bedroom. Let's remove the old furniture and place the bed next to the entry and a long dresser along the wall. I'm also going to add a workout bench and a desk for work. And the last piece is a chair on the balcony. Even though I don't smoke, some of my friends do, so a chair will be perfect to sit down and have a smoke. Now that we have the layout done, we need to decide on the design of this place. About the design, there's something I didn't tell you. The building where we bought our apartment is no ordinary building. It's located in a historic part of Krakow called Nowa Huta. In the early 1950s, the first housing estates in Nowa Huta, osiedle A, B, C and D, were built around the central square. They were meant to create an ideal socialist city for the steelworkers of the Lenin Steelworks. But why am I telling you all this? Because these buildings were built with real bricks. When buying this apartment, we knew exactly what these buildings were and how they were built. So, bricks are going to be a big part of the design for this flat. Now, what about the rest of the design? Because of the history of this place, we thought, let's do an industrial style interior. It fits perfectly with the history and matches with the bricks. I think it's a win-win situation. Here are some inspirations I found for the design. As we can see, besides the bricks, there are a lot of metal elements. And instead of leather, I want to use a mustard color as the accent. Another material I want to use in the design is rust. Not real rust, but an imitation of it. Here's the mood board of the reference for the design. Now that we have everything that we need, it's time to reveal the redesign. So here's the design. But this isn't the end of the video. We still have to implement the actual design into the flat. Here are some before and after shots. I chose angles that match the old photos so you can clearly see the changes. First, the kitchen with the new dark grey and rust design. I really like the rust LED lighting on top. It brightens the space and it gives the kitchen a really interesting shape. As you'll see throughout the design, the bricks I mentioned earlier are visible in several parts of the apartment. Here, we removed the wall and replaced it with a dining area. By removing it, we saved space to actually make a real living room. And here's the new living room. Funny story, I was showing my friend the progress on this video and she said, "This isn't the saloon." I said, "What?" And she explained that this is a living room. And I realized I mixed up the Polish word for living room, salon, and I have already made all the renders and graphics with saloon. I decided it's too late to fix and I'll just tell you all this story and you guys can laugh at me in the comments. Back to the design. This new living room is nice and cozy. A perfect place for guests to sit. Like I said in the first video, having a proper space for guests is really important to me. In the hallway, we just got rid of the closet and revealed the bricks, and I added some posters I found on Pinterest that were made by this group. The bathroom is similar. Just a new sink, there wasn't one before, and a general refresh. And finally, the bedroom. Here, we completely changed the room's purpose. Now, it's a nice bedroom with a workout spot and a desk for work. Let's get started with the actual renovation. Sadly, I don't have a lot of video footage, but I do have plenty of photos. Now, we begin the real renovation phase. Here we can see us taking out all the furniture and slowly starting to remove the plaster from the walls to reveal the beautiful bricks underneath. It was mostly me and my mom doing the work, with occasional help from my friends. All manual labor. I don't want to bore you with the images, but let me tell you, this process took a long time and there are many things that we needed to fix. The only time-lapse I have is me adding acoustic foam to my bedroom. While applying the foam, it was 30 degrees outside. I was sweating like crazy. But besides that, we fought through the renovation and finished the project. And here's the final result, after months of hard work, planning and designing. I've been living here for a while now and I absolutely love this place. My friends enjoy hanging out here too. Having your own space is such a privilege and I'm really grateful for it. And for all the number freaks out there, like me, how much did all of this actually cost? All the numbers are calculated from zloty, the Polish currency, to dollars. And everything is rounded up because this was some time ago and I don't have the exact numbers. The apartment in itself cost $100,000. The total investment was about $130,000. And if we would sell this apartment as of today, the selling price range would probably be between $170,000 and $190,000. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe for more renovation and design content. If you want to see how I redesigned my grandma's tiny studio, click here.